What is going on, everybody? Welcome to my presentation today about getting rid of the dad bod. Now, a few years ago, a woman wrote an article about the dad bod and how she actually found it attractive. And a funny thing happened after she wrote that article. I started getting a lot of people contacting me over social media and over YouTube saying that they were trying to get rid of their dad bod. A lot of men in their 30s and 40s were sick of being out of shape and sick of being unhealthy, because that's the thing the woman failed to mention, is the fact that if you've got a dad bod, it's actually not so much about how you look. It's actually a lot about how you feel and where your health is going. Because if you have one of the two types of dad bods I'm about to discuss, they're actually really just symptoms of a larger issue that has to do with your health. And so if you're a skinny fat dad bod, that tends to mean that you have some sort of hormone imbalance that's going on, that's related to stress and a number of different factors that I'm going to talk about. If you've got a beer belly, that could be related to insulin resistance and a number of different factors that could lead to heart disease, cancer, and diabetes. And so one of my problems with the fitness industry is that a lot of times they tap into your insecurities. They try to get you to feel bad about how you look and how you're presenting yourself to the world, but they're not talking to you about your health. The main thing that's important for you to move forward, because the reality is you guys have jobs, you have bills to pay, you have families to feed, and a lot of you aren't thinking about abs or getting out there on the beach and looking good. You're thinking about the ability to provide for your family. And if they're just posing this to you as a problem with how you look, that's not going to be as important as you actually being of sound mind and sound body enough so that you can continue to provide for your family and continue to make money and continue to live the lives that you want to live. So what I want to do today is I want to give you 3 solutions that's going to help you to either get out of that skinny fat syndrome or to help you to get rid of that beer belly. And all of these are simple things that you can start doing right now if you want to. But the main thing that you have to consider here is that it's up to you to take this action. You have to take charge of your health, you have to take charge of your fitness, and you have to take charge of your future. So let me get into these 3 different things that can cause you to have a beer belly or to stay in that skinny fat dad bod situation. The number one thing that's going to keep you there is stress. Stress is a huge factor in what causes you to put on fat and what keeps you from building muscle and what can ruin your health. When I'm talking about stress, I'm talking about the overproduction of a hormone called cortisol. Now, cortisol is not a bad hormone. We have it for a reason. Back when we were cavemen and we were out hunting and gathering, cortisol helped us to get out of difficult situations. And actually, cortisol today helps you to get up out of bed. If you don't have enough cortisol, you have problems waking up. But the problem is that most of us are overproducing cortisol all the time. We don't have mountain lions coming at us or anything like that. We're not running away from wild animals. But every time we open up an email, every time we get a text, every time we're dealing with a difficult situation from our boss, handling pressure from work, all of these things create constant stress in our lives. So a lot of you have a main line of cortisol just pumping all the time. And when that happens, something funny happens with the rest of your hormones. That's because cortisol and testosterone actually have the same mother hormone, pregnenolone. And when you're overproducing cortisol and you're overproducing it all the time, a lot of that pregnenolone can be diverted away from producing testosterone toward producing more cortisol. So it creates a vicious cycle. Now, when you produce too much for too long of a period, you can actually get what's called a cortisol dump, and that could put you in the hospital. That's where your body actually stops producing cortisol. And that's where you start to get that fatigue when you're waking up in the morning and coffee doesn't work anymore and caffeine doesn't work anymore. And that could be a really, really serious situation that could lead to a load of problems. And stress in general can lead to things like heart disease, diabetes, cancer, and neurological dysfunction when you get older. So how do you fix it? Number 1, start sleeping more. make sure that you're getting at least 8 hours of sleep. Stop watching TV at least 2 hours before you go to bed to keep yourself from getting that blue light in your eyes that's going to make you think that it's daylight. Make sure you're getting adequate exercise. Doing cardiovascular exercise a few times a week can actually help you to produce chemicals that are going to help you to alleviate that cortisol production. Make sure you're getting adequate minerals in your diet, in particular magnesium. Magnesium can actually help you to go to sleep, and it's responsible for over 300 different reactions around the body. It also helps reduce total body chronic inflammation, which is another thing that can keep you producing cortisol. And finally, you can take adaptogenic herbs. Adaptogenic herbs are things like rhodiola or ashwagandha, and these help you to bring your body back into hormonal balance, and you could find those at any supplement store out there. The second big thing that's going to keep you in that non-fit state is going to be your digestion. If you're not fixing your digestion, it can ruin almost every aspect of your health. And again, I'm talking about neurological disorders, I'm talking about heart disease, I'm talking about diabetes, I'm talking about cancer. These are all some of the main things that ruin men's health as they get older. And when I'm talking about digestion, you might be thinking, well, it just has to do with heartburn, doesn't have anything to do with the rest of the body. It has everything to do with the rest of the body. Your immune system is largely located in your intestinal tract, and in some places it's only separated from your waste products by a cell lining that's a single cell thick. Now, digestion starts in the stomach, and a lot of you may suffer from acid reflux or GERD. And a lot of you have been taught to think that that has to do with having too much stomach acid, but it's actually a factor of not having enough stomach acid. And what happens when you don't have enough stomach acid, your body actually tries to produce more, and that's where you get that gurgling effect up your esophagus. So a really simple thing you can do every morning to help to improve your digestion in your stomach, starting in your stomach, is by consuming apple cider vinegar. A couple of tablespoons in a glass of water every single day. I like to take it about 15 minutes before every meal. It really helps me to digest. Another big factor is in your intestines themselves. So what we have within us, we're actually not a single organism. We're a universe of microorganisms, bacteria, and we have both friendly and unfriendly bacteria that live in our intestinal tract. So one of the things we really need to do with our nutrition is actually to try to attract friendly bacteria into our gut. So one thing that can really help you to do this is with resistant fiber. Now, how do you get resistant fiber? Simply chewing a couple of pieces of celery every single day. That can help you to get some fiber into your intestinal tract. That's going to help to attract more friendly bacteria so they can take up more friendly real estate in there. And then you want to try to populate your gut with fermented foods, with probiotic bacteria. Now, there's a lot of really expensive probiotics out there. I don't recommend taking some of these expensive probiotics unless you're in a really, really severe situation. But what you can do to promote healthy gut bacteria is by populating your gut with probiotics from fermented foods. And I'm talking about kimchi, raw sauerkraut. I've made some delicious meals using both of those ingredients. You can also go with coconut kefir, and you can drink kombucha. Really simple ways to populate your gut with friendly probiotics. Beyond that, you also really want to think about where digestion starts, and that's in your mouth. So you want to make sure you're chewing your food. Chew your food until it's liquid, until it's mush, and then swallow. You want to try, I think it's around 32 chews. Don't quote me on that, but your saliva actually has a lot of enzymes in it that help you to break down food from the beginning. It comes down to the final aspect of what you can do to get rid of that dad bod, get rid of that skinny fat dad bod, get rid of that beer belly. And it's something that you largely already know about, and that's exercise and good nutrition. But the problem is that a lot of you guys out there think that you don't have time for it. You don't have time to cook your own food. You don't have time to find healthy food. You don't have time to exercise. And what I'm here to tell you today is that you actually do. You can cook many awesome recipes that are really healthy for you in no time flat. You can get really healthy food at a lot of different restaurants out there if you have to eat at a restaurant. You can supply your body with the nutrition it needs because it should be a priority for you. If you want to live the best life that you can, if you want to be able to provide for your family in the long run, if you want to live a life into old age that doesn't involve you deteriorating or rapidly declining, then you need to do it. It's as simple as just choosing the right foods to bring into your house and choosing the right things on the menu when you go out to eat. The other aspect, exercise, you don't have to spend 2 hours in the gym a day. You don't have to spend 1 hour in the gym a day. You don't have to spend 45 minutes in the gym a day. You don't have to spend any time in the gym. You can get workouts done in your office, in your living room, at your house, in your garage, wherever you want to. And you could do a lot of these workouts within 15 minutes. Now, I've created a program called Dad Bod Destruction for this express purpose. I wanted to create something that guys like you could use who have really, really busy lifestyles, who think that they're trapped in having a skinny fat dad bod or in having a beer belly for the rest of their lives, because I want to help you to live the best life that you can. If you check out my podcast, the Warrior Soul Podcast, or if you check out the Warrior Soul of Goji, you know that I'm constantly giving advice out about helping people to live their best lives through health and fitness. But this is the biggest factor, guys. You need to be able to take charge of your life. You need to be able to take charge of your routine, and you need to take charge of your future. So when I created Dad Bod Destruction, I didn't want to create like this super expensive program that nobody could afford, because I understand all the issues you're going through. I understand that you feel like you probably don't have enough money to spend on this kind of stuff. So I created this product for $19.99. I loaded it up with information that's going to help you to customize your own diet plan based off of your body type. And I loaded it up with awesome workouts, 9 weeks of programming that include both workouts for the gym and workouts that you can do anywhere you want. So if you're interested in learning more about what's in Dad Bod Destruction, just click on the link below and you'll get taken to a page where it summarizes everything for you. Otherwise, pay attention to everything else I've said in here. Really take care of your stress levels, manage your stress levels, take care of your body so that it can endure the stress that you're giving it every single day. Take care of your digestion because it's truly the center of your health. And whatever you do, whether it's with me in Dad Bod Destruction or in other venues, stay active, take care of yourself, mind what you're putting into your body, because it's what can truly determine your future. I want to thank you for listening to me today. I hope to see you inside Dad Bod Destruction. Like I said, I've got full programming, full nutrition programming, and I'm also creating a private Facebook group where I can help you every step of the way. So I hope to see you inside there. If not, then I wish you luck with everything that you do.